Hey guys, welcome to CoMA Pirate Radio, the voice of Center of Mystic Arts, where we as esoteric pirates slide our boats together, throw the ropes, tie the knots, and talk about the maps. Now you might not identify as a pirate. You might not even like pirates, but that's not the point. The point is that we have a community of like-minded spirits that can think multidimensionally, that understand the importance of a metaphor, that can sail on water, meaning emotions, that are rebels, that leave the land behind, leave everything they've known behind in search of something new. So if this might identify as you, especially with all the talk about the new world and stuff going on, please like and subscribe and follow the channel. I appreciate it. So today is Saturday, and I usually work with the planets on the day. But Pluto took the mic. I'm going to be looking at the cards, but I'm going to be putting the cards right here. Pluto doesn't have a day. Pluto at the solar party paradigm is the Emo Kid. The furthest from the sun, the coldest, the dwarf. All right? This guy is the mysterious energy. There's always a mysterious energy that hangs out in the corner of a party. The one that looks at the party and doesn't really know if they want to be there or not. Pluto is known as the god of the Underworld, right? The mysterious one, the radical one, the transformative, the alchemist, the passionate one, the secretive, ruthless. Those are some words that are on the card. Now, the reason why he looks dangerously sexy is because, come on, the guy in the corner, all in black, always looks, he has that draw, the mystery. Mystery always draws the attention of at least a pirate, because if there's mystery, then we know that there's something to dig up. The buried treasure to dig up there, right? 333 on the clock. Now, there's a lot of different maps that I've been studying. The tropical, the sidereal, and the apps that we have now that can tell us what's up there because we have lost the ability to look up at the stars with light pollution and those of us that don't know the constellations, right? So the tropical zodiac puts Pluto in Aquarius. The sidereal zodiac puts Pluto in Capricorn. Now, when I looked at my app, I could clearly see that Pluto is in between Capricorn and Sagittarius. So if we put these two energies together, because we as esoteric pirates, one, we feel things the way we want to feel it, right? Nobody else is going to tell us how to feel something. We navigate the uncharted territory through our own intuition. So when I felt, okay, well, let me put Capricorn and Sagittarius together, right? There's a very focused element that they both share. There's earth and fire. And as an elemental magician, I know how to use earth and fire together. They work very well together because the earth can ground and surround the fire, creating the sacred heart. So this Capricorn energy, this joker, this misfit, this, misunderstood energy has this element of optimism, this direction, this Robin Hood character. You know what Robin Hood did, right? He stole from the rich and gave it to the poor. He had a whole, I can't even remember what his little town was called. But he had a whole little town, Prince of Thieves, and he did good for the land. So he's adventurous, and so is Capricorn. Capricorn can take that adventurous, sporty energy on his back and be like, I got the hard-working, tenacious ability to carry you forward. And the Sagittarius keeps him focused, right? So I can feel this in Pluto right now. The Emo Kid has got a mission, maybe to save the world. Who knows? It's a new world. I mean, on one hand, we could say there's nothing to save. It's just a whole new world. But depending on how you want to play the game, I specifically want to speak up for the wild animals and trees and area of the planet that is drastically losing. There's only 3% of nature on the planet. And I know as an esoteric pirate that we need balance, that there's truth within the yin-yang of that cities, there's definitely an importance in human construction and development in cities, but there has to be a balance so that nature can also live, right? Humans can't be the only life on the planet, or they will destroy it. So anyway, Pluto is in trine right now. This energy is the energy of being best friends. It's the 3, okay? The triangle. The first number that creates something new. When I tapped into this energy, there was no doubt in my mind that this is I've got you. I've got your back. So Pluto right now is in trine with the moon in Leo, the magic mirror. Pluto can look at himself in the mirror and say, yeah, you got it going on, girl. You got it. No worries, right? I'm looking good. I'm not making a fool of myself, right? That's a good feeling. It's a very important feeling. In Leo, it's that Christ-like confidence. I got this. Okay? Now, Pluto's also in trine with Venus, the beauty queen. That's always the best friend that the emo kid wants. I mean, the beauty queen is usually the most popular, and the emo kid is usually not. So there has been multiple movies that put these two together. Whoever's the masculine, whoever's the boy, whoever's the girl, but one's the popular one and one's not. And they come together. Everybody loves that, right? It's really important. So, and Venus is clearly with the apps in Virgo. So she has this really young, pure, wise characteristic about her, right? Now, we also are best friends, Pluto is best friends with Uranus. And I will always pronounce it Uranus because it is the planet that is drastically different from the others, sitting completely on his axis, like 90 degrees different axis than everybody else, showing his ass. Uranus in Taurus. Now, at the solar party paradigm, this is the tech guy because Uranus the body of light, frequency, and vibration, the heavenly body that hold electricity, lightning, technology, becomes the mystic, the astrologer, right? Pluto wants the astrologer as a best friend. We've got so many conflicting ideas now. It's easier now more than ever, I think, to tell the truth. Just look at the fingers. If they have too many fingers. I learned that back in Princess Bride, right? It's a bad guy if they got too many fingers. Anyway, this Uranus is revolutionary. And Taurus is loving and is bringing in that Venusian, Venus power that this creates this whole comfort that the Emo Kid, Pluto is like always been, the dark one, the devil, the god of the underworld. You're an outsider. What are you doing at the party anyway? Why are you over there in the corner? You're a dwarf. You're different. Are you even a planet? Pluto says, excuse me? I am the coolest of all of them. Because I'm the furthest. He's the coldest, like literally. Okay. So, next we feel a sextile. Oh, and I love feeling the sextile because it is the energy that creates. You can't create something new without a sextile. All right. The father and the mother coming together, the polar opposites coming together in union to create a baby. Metaphorically, metaphysically, multidimensionally, what we have here is that energy of a building, an excitement, a building, and then you get that freaking orgasmic burst of energy. And you create the baby. Or whatever creation. Now, who is this with, Pluto? Who are you feeling like this with? And it's Neptune. The bartender who's in Pisces. This alien fish speaking in light language, asking you what kind of elixir you want to connect you with the collective consciousness. Right? It's a whole new world. We're starting to see the division. Who is where? Who is what? The identity crisis is real. Okay? There's a lot of changes going on. We're starting to realize that a lot of the past has been lied to us, and I mean most of it is lies. So we have a calendar, like they tell us even now, there's still people that believe it's Libra season, and the sun is clearly still in Virgo. And we've got these apps, right, that it's information at our fingertips. But then we've got people saying, oh, well, it's not real, or there's just a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff, right? But Neptune is the one that serves the elixirs to get everybody on the same page. The psychic, the visionary, the one that's like, hey guys, here, have a drink. Sit your ass down at the bar. Tell me what's going on. You know, he's creative. He's compassionate, universal. You know, he's got the trident, the symbol, the trident, so he can stick you with a fork, you know, hold on to you. Pisces knows a lot about water and ocean creatures, and you've heard a lot about the aliens being in the ocean. Well, the water feels a lot like the air. Aquarius teaches us that, right? There's weightlessness. There's the funky thing that happens with your ears. There's a lot. So, Pluto and Neptune are flirting with each other. They can create something new. The god of the underworld and the god of the collective consciousness. Creating something new, the new world maybe. But then we feel a square. These are tricky. These feel uncomfortable because we want a wheel. We want it to happen fast. Fast. Oh my God, the humans. Why do you have to move so damn fast? I get it. No, I get it. I get it. Speed. The need for speed. You get so much rush when you go really fast. And, you know, I do like driving. I did. But I also like walking. And when you're walking and somebody drives by at 50 miles per hour, it'll take your clothes off. I want to throw rocks at them, says Pluto. Square. But the square can build a strong foundation if we use it as a square, as a building block, not as a wheel. Now, who is this with, Pluto? We got the sun, who's in the middle of an identity crisis. Are you in Libra? Are you in Virgo? Like, who is the hero? It's the end of the world, and nobody knows who the hero is. And we have to look at these apps to figure out where the sun is. I mean, I like to look up in the sky, right? We know it rises in the east and sets in the west. One of the things that I really love about the Muslim prayer is the way that you do it at certain times where the sun is, right? The name is the name of the prayers has lost me, but all I remember is Fajr, which is like right before the dawn. That's the hardest one to do. You pray in the east. Actually, I'm pointing the wrong way. This is east. You pray to the east when the sun comes up. And I do that. I pray. Not in the Muslim way. But, I do feel Sufism in my heart. I feel like I'm a Sufi. You know, like when I studied Sufism, I really identified with that. But I know when the sun rises in the east, and I know when it's directly ahead of me, directly above me at the MC. And I know, and that tells me where the houses are as well, right? The MC. And then we go towards the east with 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Anyway, orientation is important. The sun, we're talking about the sun, and the sun is clearly in Virgo. At least if the app is right. Because I don't have a telescope. And I can't see any constellations behind the sun, right? I stare in the sun and I'm blinded by the light. So I have to depend on this app to tell me. But Uranus is also telling me that we need to use these apps to learn how to not depend on the apps. It's the Ouroboros, okay? So, the hero. Now, we also have the square with Chiron, the shaman. What does a shaman look like anyway? I've been dancing around with the archetype of the shaman forever since I was 14 because I knew that I was, but I didn't want to call myself a false shaman, and I was scared of being a false shaman because I read a lot of information about being a shaman as a kid. I so badly wanted to be Native American, and I wanted to live with my horses, and I wanted to live in a teepee, and I cried because I knew that I was in the wrong timeline. God put me in the wrong motherfucking timeline. What the hell are you doing? We've got electricity and all this stuff and craziness going on. So, Chiron, and also recently had a little bit of an identity crisis because he's been in Aries for a long time. A really red, fiery, demon-looking character with Aries ram horns, you know. Fire. In your face, wanting to heal your root chakra. And then I looked at this app to find out where he really was, and he's right slap dab in the middle of Pisces. Whoa, it felt so different. It was colder, slimy, you know. And I felt that coolness. And the shaman says, or said, to me anyway, because I'm very connected with Chiron. Very. Easy. Sacrificial love, baby. The shaman can look like an alien fish. The shaman can speak in light language. The shaman doesn't have to wear feathers in their hair. I mean, I get the whole metaphor. I get it, right? I get the air and the birds. I've been talking to the birds forever, you know. I mean, I get it. I want to wear feathers in my hair too. Why are you wanting me to take off my hat to show my feathers? I mean, there's a lot going on. But I took off my hat. You know, Pisces. Let me pull up this card again, because there's a lot about this Pisces alien fish that's selfless. That's that sacrificial love. Introspective. You know, one that can really go inward and feel themselves without any other outside influence. But one thing about this energy in this constellation is that it's hypersensitive, which is a superpower. Because if I wasn't hypersensitive, I couldn't feel Pluto. And I do, very much. You know how far away Pluto is? Very far away. And so are the constellations. But the truth of the matter is that I'm starting to really dive into in this new world, as I myself just went through the identity crisis of, I'm not a Libra. I've been a Libra my entire life. Talk about ego death. I've done that in another video. And it really, the sun taught me so much about the ego death, because the sun is the ego. It's the hero. It's the self, the center. And for so many years, my entire life, identifying as a Libra is hard to all of a sudden identify as a Virgo. Now, I'm familiar with Virgo because I identified with my Venus in Virgo. So it's funny that the planet of my love turns into my hero, the sun. So this is the solar party paradigm. These cards, words, birthed, channeled in Gnosis at the CoMA temple that was in Astrology during the COVID shutdown. Because I was really adamant about asking what I needed to do. And I'm not scared to call myself a shaman anymore. Not that I was ever scared, right? I know myself. But I have been attacked numerous lifetimes by the mob, the collective consciousness that says that you're wrong. You know, you don't look like it, so you're not it. And how dare you call yourself what you're not, you know, craziness. So, and that's why I also identify more as pirate. Because I was like, screw you guys. I'm getting on my own boat. I am going to study uncharted territories. Figure this shit out for myself. And they did take me up. All the planets took me up. All of these guys took me up. And they showed me the entire paradigm. And dropped me down. It was wild. Talk about a wild ride. And I created the cards because they told me to. I have a very, very special contract that I'm working with right now. So, if you're still listening, God bless you. And I mean, whatever God, you know, the divine. And it's not all just light. It's sacred shadows. It's dark matter. The dark matter has to be there. Right? Chola, tell them. You can't have the light without the dark. Can you? Huh? My baby. Yeah. And you want really good people to help you chart the dark territory. If I'm on a boat in the middle of the ocean and there's a big storm coming, I know. I'd rather be on land. I mean, I remember a day when you could take your horses on the boats with you, but... And I mean, you still can. You can still put a horse on a big, big boat. But anyway, I wouldn't take you in the middle of the ocean. I'd be so scared. No. It's metaphorically, right? This horse and I, we go into very distant multidimensional ways, and ain't nobody on this planet gonna tell me that I'm not a shaman. They can say whatever they want to say. right? Pluto brings that energy in, you know? So if you're new to the channel, thank you so much. Please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out. And I've got a Patreon account as well. And I'm going to be doing a lot more, free stuff on Patreon. And extended readings and stuff like that. So, whether you're traveling physically or mentally, may it be in love, light, and shadow. And don't forget your magic bag. It's full of everything you need. Very much like Virgo with a backpack, which is the basket of harvest, full of everything she needs. Till next time, have a beautiful day. The ending is always so chunky sometimes, especially when I just want to give this one a kiss. There's a cow. So yeah, the magic bag has got a lot of stuff. It's got the hojas, the lube to get you through the tight spots. It's got the compass so that you can know where north is. I mean, unless you just want to wait. Because it's night. You know where north is if you know where the sun is when the sun rises, right? But the compass is important at night to navigate the stars. The ropes are important because you need to tie yourself to things sometimes. Sometimes you need to catch something with a lasso, right? And the knife is important. The Triga, the Sanskrit word for the blade that the dakinis carry, is important to slice through the karma, to cut the ropes when you've tied yourself to something that is not good for you anymore. You gotta cut those ropes quick. Let it go. Can't tie yourself to it or it's gonna drag you down. The pirate knows, if you catch a fish that's too big, he can pull the boat down, right? Unless you can cut the cords real quick. The towel is important because, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy will teach you about the towel. It's important. You can even make the towel as the bag, as the hobos did, right? Tear it and tie it up and put it in a stick. Keep your tarot cards in there. And by God, order you a deck of Solar Party Paradigm cards and put it in your backpack. All right, you guys. Until next time, ciao.